Hey guys, I thought it might be helpful to have a little video tutorial on how to use this new program, the platform Microsoft Teams. So first of all, if you did what IT said to do and you restarted your computer before we left for our spring break, you should have gotten Teams installed as a program, and there should be a link to it on your desktop. And it looks like a couple little blue guys with a T next to it. So if you haven't done that yet, I think you can still get to Teams, and I'll show you how to do that here. If you are in your mail, you can go up to the waffle menu right here and click on this and click on Teams, and that'll take you there. Although I would recommend using the actual online app because it seems to work a little bit better. So I'm going to close this. Anyway, you can see here the platform that I'm given when I bring that up, and that's just accessed right through your webmail. Outlook webmail, but I do like the actual software platform that's installed on our computers. You probably were already put into a team. Here I'm in my FRH science team with the staff there. So far I've been using the program quite a bit, and it works well for video conferencing and chatting. So a couple of things that you can do here: you can chat with teammates. You can chat with your students. So let's find a chat with my students here in ESS. All right, so we had a good discussion this morning with everybody, and just got some things going here. So you can see this is a good communication platform for if you're running your classes online. So let me just show you really quick how you can set up a team for your classes. You can see here that I've set up a chemistry class, and I didn't do it by period. You can if you want. And I set up an Earth System Science class, and then this is the online learning resources that I invited you guys to. So let's say you want to set up a new class. I'll just set one up for advisory, even though we don't really know what that's going to look like yet. And I'm going to come up here to join or create a team, and I'm going to create that here. Now you have the option here for what you want that to look like, and so if you're creating a class, this is the best type of team to create. And then you can name that what you choose and type in a description, whatever you'd like. Now, if you do this as a class team, you're not going to have the option to make it public or private. If you make it as a professional learning community, like staff to staff or something like that, you'll have this option down here to make it public or private, and so you can change that how you want. I haven't messed with that very much, so I'll go back here to my class team, and I want to show you a couple of things. So I'll create this team, and of course I'm definitely not an expert on this. I'm just working my way through it, but I have used it enough to kind of know what to do here. Now, if you want to add other teachers, you can. This connects to your Outlook email, and so I would recommend, unless you have a small class, trying to add all of your students here individually is probably not the easiest way to do it. Outlook still doesn't have a good way to bulk add people to a list, which is ridiculous, but that's what they have. So we're going to skip this part. Now what I want to do is make sure that my kids can join this class. And just real quick, you'll see up here you can post information, so we can have some conversations, some chats here for a whole class. You can also individually message people through this. You can attach files here if you want to. I don't know what Class Notebook is. You can put assignments and grades in, and I haven't used any of these things. And so maybe as we move forward on this, people will want to use it more, but I imagine a lot of you already have things like that set up through other learning platforms like Edmodo or Google Classroom. So let's say we want to give a code to your students. So here's how we go get that code. We're going to click on, in our team advisory here, we're going to click Manage Team. And over here on Settings, now here's where you can see also who's joined. And obviously nobody's joined this yet because I just created it. But if we go into another one, you'll see here like our FRH Science one, and you can see Manage Team. and we can see all the members that are in here that are already a part of it, and you can also see if they're online or not. So let's go ahead and go back to the advisory team here, and I want to get this code, so I'm going to click Manage Team, and I'm going to go to Settings, and there's a whole bunch of other things you can put on here. You can change an icon if you want to put some interesting I don't know, icon or whatever they're called on here. Okay, and you can add that stuff if you want to, but there's all kinds of fun stuff you can do. Anyway, what we're going for is this team code. So to get that team code, we're going to, up on Settings, we click on Team Code here and Generate. So what this is going to do is give you a code, a lot like if you've ever used Google Classroom. You can give this code to your students. Now, for them to join your class, they're going to have to go to their online email, or they can actually download. I'm been told that we can download the software, the students can, from Software Center now, so they can also have the non-web version of Teams. So what we'll do here is we'll copy this. I'm going to send that to my students, and then I'm also going to link with this. One of my students created a step-by-step how-to on on how to join as a student, and I'm seeing if we can find that here for you. So what I'm going to do is post this where the students will go into their Outlook here, they'll click on the waffle just like you can, and they'll see Teams in there, and then they'll be able to join a team with the code. And that's where they're going to put that code in there, and you're welcome to share this document. I'll send that out, and you're welcome to share this with them as well. So once you're on there, you can see if we go back to the team here and we can click on General, and that's where you'll kind of do all of your meeting and that kind of thing. But you can see down here I have the option to meet with right now, so I can click on this and it's going to bring up my camera and allow me to schedule a meeting or meet right now. And when I do this, it's going to allow me to invite people, or if I've already told people that I have a office hours is what I have set up, you can just tell them, okay, here's where I'm going to be. You have to go to Google Meets and make sure you're a member, and then you can join our meeting. And with this, you can share your screen. So I could come here and use the whiteboard. I could open Smart Notebook and use that as a writing platform. I could share perhaps a document or something else that I wanted the students to look at, and I can have them all see that. So this has worked pretty well. I've had quite a few students that I've been meeting with here and there. There's a lot of other options that you can use in here. And just using this Video Meet program can take a little bit of time to get used to, but it will definitely help you meet with your students if you need to. A couple of other features I like down here, I've already had some students kind of helping me out, and you can send them like badges of praise, just like, hey, thanks for helping me out, I appreciate it, or good job being a leader or a team player. Kind of fun things you can throw into the conversation if you're meeting and talking with people in here. So I hope this is enough to get you started at least, and then please of course jump in on the learning resources and questions, and we can work together to give each other tips and tricks on what's working and what's not, so we're not all spinning our wheels. That's all for now. Thanks.